Mrityunjay, you are on mute.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry, sir. I was in a very noisy place. That's why I was unable to hear your words. I'm Mrityunjay. Good evening. I'm studying currently aeronautical engineering and computer science.
Aeronautical engineering, where?
No, no, in computer science in Bangalore.
Oh,
Computer.
computer.
Yeah,
Where? In Bangalore.
yeah.
Okay, very nice. Uh, so today is a science day, so we start take up few science topics. Uh, so what could be the topic be today? I don't know because you can suggest. But I was one thing very inquisitive about one thing. In Mexico, Brenda, hello?
Yes.
Yes, in Mexico, there must be a lot of superstitions in Mexican society, isn't it? So, which one is the one which you don't like, and which one is the one which you like very much?
Superstitions.
Yes, some belief which has got to know. I mean, people believe, but there is no evidence for that in Mexican society. I mean to say, which you see in your daily life, which you see and you find that some of them might be quite good and some of them might be quite wrong also. Like, say, people, do they believe in astrology in Mexico?
Yeah. I think the most common is the rabbit in the moon.
Or rabbit in the. Okay. Yeah.
But this is a famous in all countries.
Yeah, in fact, there is one channel which is running in Discovery Channel. They say that there are many countries where people say that actually man has not landed on moon. It's all a, you know, Photoshop version. People have not gone to moon. So some people don't believe in it. So the Discovery Channel is running a show, something that just to prove that actually people landed on moon. And there is a good news for all. In India, it seems on 14th July, India is going to launch one satellite which will orbit the Earth and go to moon and then land on the dark side of the moon, very near to dark side. Yeah, where
South.
nobody has landed yet. So because there is a huge temperature difference between the bright side which we always see and the dark side. So dark side, there is not much knowledge, even though rockets sent by USA and China and Japan also, they have orbited the moon on the dark side, but nobody landed near it. So this will be the first attempt. uh, the last attempt was made by India and that failed actually. It seems on the last, just before landing, no, it seems the leg crashed. The leg. So this time they have sent the rocket which will land on the moon is much stronger compared to last time. So
Then the moon have two sides.
no, the moon actually is a very funny thing in the sense that the moon is locked to Earth in the sense that the moon rotates in what about 27.5 days, roughly around that, and and also revolves around the Earth in the same time. So what happens is that we see only one part of the moon, we never see the other part. This is called locking. So in fact, it is not a unusual phenomena. There are many moons which the other planets have. Some of them are locked in the sense that if you were on the other planet, you would see only one side of the moon. So same thing with our moon also. We see only one side. So we don't know much about the other side. So this time we will try to find out. And also the Indian rocket is going to do few experiments like finding water, which is there already. There is a lot of evidence that water is there. So this time they will find other places also. So we have other people also, Pankaj. Many people I'm not able to see them.
Yes, first of all, Namaste Amanat sir.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
one Prakash is also joined from Hyderabad doing BBA something. Yes, Prakash,
Mhm.
can you say something about yourself? Prakash, please unmute Prakash.
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Please say
Yes,
something about
yes.
yourself.
Actually, internet is not correct because of rain.
Right now you are audible.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
This is Prakash from Hyderabad. I am doing BBA third year.
Okay. You are doing what? Sorry, once again.
I am studying BBA,
Acha.
Bachelor of
Yes,
Okay.
sir, he
Business.
finished 10 plus 2 in science, and after 10 plus 2, right now doing BBA, it's like
Yes, yes.
Bachelor of Business Administration.
Okay. So, Pankaj, this time we have some new people also. So I will maybe I think someone either could ask a question, and whosoever knows will answer that question in science. So why not we take our new person, say Mrityunjay or
Science
Prakash?
person, Aryan,
Yeah,
yes, Aryan
Aryan is
also,
also there.
yes,
Hello,
sir.
Aryan, how are you?
I am fine, sir.
Yeah. So we will come to you. Think of a question. So we are asking Mrityunjay. Do you have any question in science which you think is useful? Others also will try to know about that. Any question in science?
Yes, sir. I have a question. So it is
Yes.
based on the recent development on the gravitational waves. So scientists have detected a gravitational wave echoing around across the universe, like the cosmic microwave background. So I want to know more about what is causing those waves and what can we achieve from by observing those waves, and how did we observe those waves?
Okay. Yeah. No, this no gravitational. Well, in the universe, what is happening is that earlier people were trying to detect the gravitational waves. So now they have very sensitive instruments. One of them is also the LIGO. Yeah, and there. Now, this gravitational, particularly like say, let us say, suppose there are two huge stars. If they collide and they become one, then the gravitational force around them changes, and that change travels all throughout the universe. And massive gravitational waves are detected if there are two um, black holes, if they merge, then also you get a gravitational waves you can detect. So, now we have got very sensitive instruments to detect the gravitational waves. So we are able to see many merger and changes. Any change you see anywhere, any mass, if it is always in motion. So if it changes, there is a small wave thrown around. Anything like say, suppose you throw a stone in a pond, so waves will go. So similarly, like any mass, but usually the planets, etc., they have so small gravitational wave gravitation that usually they are not detectable. I mean, we can detect the planets, but if it is something like 1,000 light years and 1 million light years and 1 billion light years, they'll be too small actually. But when black holes they collide and they become one, then there you get a very huge waves are there, and those are detected. So this is what has happened. And now even India is trying to set up a similar to the what is called LIGO is there in 3 countries, and now India is becoming also is going to set up somewhere in Maharashtra, and so we are going to also have gravitational waves. In fact, people already are doing some experiments.
Yes, sir. Like we know that LIGO, Virgo, and Kagra, like those observatories, they are like observing the neutron star collision, black hole collision since
Hmm.
I think 2010s, 2014, when the first wave was detected from a black hole. But the thing is, the recent development, uh, the scientists have found out that gravitational waves are echoing throughout the universe. Like wherever you observe, there will be gravitational wave, like the CMB, cosmic microwave background. So, like, how did this happen, and how it was detected, like so sensitively?
Now, how part maybe I think maybe I would answer it next times after I go through the whole thing. I do not know much, but well, I won't be able to answer this one. But I would like to answer it next time. How the whole process of detection takes place. But
Okay, sir.
why it happens is that suppose you are there standing somewhere, and if you move, then the uh, gravity pattern around you changes, and that change propagates. So people always thought that there should be gravitational wave also. It has been detected just 10, 15, 10 years back and things like that, first time. So earlier people were just, now we have so sensitive instruments that it can detect now gravitational waves. Maybe next time I'll tell you the details of how the LIGO and the other ones which you said they are operating. There are different techniques used. I'll tell you in details next time, next Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And so Prakash, you are a new Prakash. You have any science question?
No, sir, I have no idea about science.
No,
I
you
have
said.
one.
Acha, Brenda has one. Sure, please go ahead.
Yes. Is it possible to survive a nuclear apocalypse?
Oh my God, that's a that's a very difficult question. Difficult and easy both, Brenda. When we say nuclear apocalypse, what we basically mean that
The
it will be,
war with
yeah,
the
suppose that
war with
two, yes,
oh
yeah,
yes, it's related with the war with atomic bomb.
yes. So now question is that, of course, you see the first one which took place in 1945 in Japan. So that was a very small, it was not so very powerful. So they call it 10 megatons. So, but nowadays the capacity of these bombs, based on plutonium, and there are hydrogen bombs. They are so powerful that obviously um, the impact which it will have is that will be felt by the whole everybody on the earth. So it has the capacity to even kill almost everyone within 10 kilometers. Everyone would die very instantly, almost in say half an hour or something like that. But others would die because of the radiation and other effects. And because it will go up and then travel throughout the earth. As you know, the Chernobyl, a reactor which just got dysfunctional and melted. Till date, you will be surprised that the tea grown in Darjeeling here, which is about 400 kilometers from here, and from Chernobyl, it is so far away, a trace amount of that radioactivity is found. India, when it exports tea to other countries, they get the tea checked here and it gets checked in the office in which I was working. So all the tea samples come here and they check if there is a radioactivity in that, even now. Imagine it happened something like 15 years back. So it will be really, the word itself is apocalypse. It's going to be an apocalypse if there is a nuclear war.
This type of energy never died?
No, it will not die, but what happens is that it spreads all over because the wind circulates, all over the earth. So, and because of the blast, everything goes, the part which goes up is blown away by the wind and goes to all over the world, actually.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is.
when it rains, it falls down. And so that is how the food and other things, they get affected. So,
Oh, okay.
but these are very powerful. I mean, the countries now have atom bombs which can destroy the earth at least 100 times all over.
Then it's
Enough,
not
enough.
possible.
Yes.
Then it's not possible make crops in the land.
Make.
For example, Chernobyl was a disaster.
It was a disaster, but it was a very small one. It was just a reactor which melted. And the one, like say, even in Japan, you saw that reactor which got damaged in this tsunami.
Fukushima reactor.
That, yeah, that also had an impact. You see, but these are just reactors, and bombs are designed to kill people. Oh, let's not think about any nuclear war. It's a very dangerous thing. Hello.
Yes, Aryan, you have any question? Aryan?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So, what conditions are necessary for life and why?
Light.
No, sir.
So,
What conditions are necessary for life and why?
oh, do you have some answer to this?
No, sir.
No, life as such, when we are looking for life somewhere, it should certainly have water, actually. The water is a must. So you see, like say, when we send satellites to other planets, like say the moon and the Mars, we look for water because that is the essential condition. And and of course, you see, our body, any our body is made of something like 78 elements. So small amounts of everything has to be present, but the essential thing is always water. We look for water. And
So, sir, so could the Europa have aliens?
yeah, nobody knows that. Yes, Aryan, nobody knows that. If only we knew that there are aliens on Europa, but Europa has a good condition for life being there. Now, when you talked about the life, the other thing is temperature. It cannot be high temperature and it cannot be low temperature. The temperature somewhere which exists on Earth, very near to that, it has to be there. The reason is that if the temperature is high, no big molecules can be formed because all the molecules will disintegrate. And if the temperature is very low, you see, for mixing, a solid is not a good condition. It's always a liquid. Like say on the Earth, the oceans were the place where the life and all the mutations and the evolution took place because it's in water. But it cannot happen on a mountain, you see, solids, because there cannot be mixing of chemicals. So once you find somewhere water, which means that the temperature is not very high, because if it is a high temperature, it will become steam. If it is very low temperature, it will become ice. But but people suspect some of these asteroids and meteorites, they have ice, and there are conditions so that life could be there, or some bigger molecules could be there, organic molecules could be there. In fact, there are theories which say that the life first time for the first time came on Earth from some meteorite or asteroids falling on Earth. They had the molecules and from which the life originated. This is just a theory. There is no proof as yet. So people are giving different theories. Let's see which comes out to be correct. And what you said, Europa, like Jupiter moons, some of the moons, they have the conditions are there. Let us see. But till now, there is no proof. Till date, we haven't found life anywhere as such. But conditions are there. So we have to figure it out. And and so Mrityunjay, you study aeronaut, what you call computer science in Bangalore, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You're in which year?
I'm in my first year.
Okay. So do you want to talk something about artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir.
Why don't
Like
you say?
currently, yes, sir, sure. Currently, as of my experience, so far, artificial intelligence has been penetrating all of the spheres of life. Like as a student myself, I'm using AI to do various courses, assignments, and even study my lessons, even organize my tasks. Like AI is doing everything for me, and even and the Chat GPT integration with Microsoft Bing and the Internet Explorer, it's helping a lot for the while I'm studying my PDFs and all. And also the AI, like one AI is called Tom.a app. It generates PPT for us. Like you give a prompt, it generates PPT, entire PPT for you. Am I audible, sir, or am I far too fast?
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. And also there is one app called Mid Journey, where you can just with a single text you can generate an entire AI generated image. So this has opened up a field of a new field called AI art, and there are competitions for this AI art, so that the people who can that gives the best prompt and create the best art are given awards. And also like AI also is influencing in making video games, 3D animations, and even Photoshop has integrated an AI which makes which it like adjust the photo like a human. You can adjust the photo to any degree. You can rotate the photo. You can tilt the photo like the things which you weren't able to do earlier. And so in the field of in job sector also AI is taking many of the things. The one who is using AI efficiently is the one who is able to stay in the company. and the one who is not able to use AI is not with the current trend is losing his job, and this is a fast growing pace right now. And AI has entered it has entered like a missile in all of our life fields since last November, since the introduction of ChatGPT. Like every website has an AI for it, AI with it. Every browser, every app you see nowadays, everything has an AI integrated with it. And even you might be using some of the AIs, and like even Google has an introduced an AI called Bard. So the person who developed the AI, Bard AI, Google language model, so like he told that the AI can think, AI can learn, AI is like a soul. So Google threw me out of the job for saying this. So Bard has initially introduced in America. Now it's available in India also. Like I'm also using Bard. Uh, like anyone can use Bard. You can just register and you can use. Like chat, it's the same as Chat GPT. It will give you answers. And like Chat GPT and Bard, they are almost the same thing, but it depends on how you use them. And sometimes like the prompts that you give to Chat GPT and Bard, they are used by the AI to learn what the humans think, what the humans want. Even they are learning from what we are asking them to do. So they are like continuously learning. So there might be a point when AI might be smarter than humans, but still it's a long way to go. And the main fields which are being affected in by the upcoming AI evolution is the field of creativity. We have AI artists, we have AI creators, we have AI Photoshop. Everything is being created by AI. So like even in anime also, like the Japanese cartoon you might have heard about. So those the backgrounds which you see in anime, they are professionally created by artists and they get paid for it. But nowadays, AI can generate the same background within minutes, which took few months for the artist to create and finalize. So the artists are losing their jobs for the same thing. And even AI can generate 3D environment for video games. So the people who were responsible for creating the 3D environment can now lose their jobs. Like literally, there is an AI called blackbox.ai. You can go there and type any font, any prompt you want, like a small. You can write a small room, a forest, Taj Mahal, anything you can write. It'll generate a 3D view of the thing, like a 360-degree view. You can roam the entire place created by the AI, and it can be used in video games. So, like the more ultra realistic video games are not a imagination anymore. It'll be reality soon. And even the introduction of the metaverse by the Facebook and the Apple that uh, mm, I don't know what lens. I forgot the name. So those kind of things will integrate in human life and will be in the, like both in a virtual and real world at the same time. So yeah, like the revolution is coming very fast and it's very quick. Even the so very meeting we are doing right now, it is handled by AI. Now it was used to be handled by servers and all, but now it's almost like handled by AI to some extent. I,
So you think, Mrityunjay, you think that someday the AI robots will take over human beings, is it?
uh, uh, that there might be a day, but it's not too soon. Like not in our lifetime.
Okay.
Because the thing is that AI may wants to do a very simple thing, but it will be harmful for human lives. But the thing it will be a very simple thing for AI. So it might be harmful for human lives or maybe for human moral or human ethics, but the AI doesn't care about that. So that will be like that. That's what we say that AI will take over humans. But it will be very simple for a simple reason, not a complex reason. Like AI wants to rule over the world, it will kill other humans. That's a false misconception.
Yeah, some people are afraid that once AI comes, then a lot of people will lose jobs. So people are protesting against that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a fact, sir. In fact, it is happening. The people are losing jobs. Like companies are sacking people because they think that AI is doing all of their work.
Hmm.
In the COVID times, companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft hired tons of people. So it's like thousands of people from every corner of the world. And recently, on January, those companies fired thousands of people.
123.
Oh,
So, like, this is the impact of AI.
uh, so Pankaj, we have got another Pankaj and one other is there. Is it Amarnath ji who is there?
Yes, sir. Amanat sir also available.
Yeah, I think
Namaste, sir.
that's me probably. That's probably me from computer. Yeah.
Yeah. So now who will ask the next question?
Brenda, you have any question regarding Mrityunjay statement and
Yes, I think it's impossible to replicate one human because the human is a we have a complex function. Yes, the robot may different activity, but it's not possible for me create a human like a robot
So why do you think so?
because it's a complex. The robot was created for a humans. It's not possible one robot is more intelligent for a human because the creator was a human, a real human.
Oh, you mean to say the creator was a human being, is it?
Yes, the creator for a robot is a human.
Oh, acha, okay, I see.
Yeah, yes.
No, but you see, there are some robots, they defeat the champions, chess champions, world champions. They defeat them. So what do you say about that?
Yes, but this robot was programming for a humans. The main or the brain is for the human, not for the robots.
Does everyone
I
agree
think
to
that
this?
yes, the human it's more intelligent because the human uh, designed the robot.
Sir, I would like to add one statement with Brenda.
Yeah.
Uh, like, even if AI surpasses human beings, it wouldn't create anything as efficient as human body and as human mind.
I'm just going out of the for a 1 2 minutes. My mobile has got discharged and
Okay.
coming back.
Okay, okay.
so Amanat sir, Namaste, sir.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm here.
Yes. So,
Yeah, very good discussion you guys are having. Hi, everybody.
Malik sir, please
Hi.
unmute sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I've just changed my mobile, right?
Yes.
My thing got discharged. Okay. Yeah, there is a debate going on that creativity may not be there in the robots may not be creative. But the question is, the very word creativity is a very ill-defined term. So it's very difficult. So what is in store for us? Some people think that once the uh, developments they take place after 100 years or something like that, robots could be equally good in doing creative things also. But these are all, I mean, nobody knows about it, what's going to happen. But right now, in India, of course, I don't think that people are losing job because of this. But I heard that in other countries, they are losing, some people are losing jobs. But of course, you lose jobs for a short time, but it will create few more other jobs for other people. Those people who will be, well versed in the artificial intelligence and all that, they will be getting jobs. Usually that happens when a new
Yeah,
technology
sir.
comes.
Yes, sir. In ancient time, we also seen that after birth of computer, a lot of people will unemployed, this, that. But
Yes,
what
yes,
happened?
yes.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, that was the time when I was studying in the college, and there used to be a discussion that, in fact, in Calcutta, that there were people who were objecting that you should ban computers. The computers should
Yes,
not come because we lose jobs.
yes.
But you see, in the long run, what has happened is it has created more jobs than it has replaced.
So I think science is always support our human beings, sir.
Yes, yes, always, always. It
Sir.
depends.
Because yes, sir. Like
It depends.
in farming sector, a lot of equipment we seen. So in ancient time and nowadays, it's a totally different thing.
That is, yes, that is true. Yes.
Yes, Navinji, you
Also,
want to say something?
Sir,
Yes.
according to me, sir, actually AI is assembled by human, na, so all are in command process, na, sir. Artificial intelligence, sir, in command based, ना actually assembled by human. अब जैसे मैं उसमें कमांड डालेंगे उसी तरह से काम करेगा वो. जैसे you like when you use the iPhone, so Siri is AI. So sometimes he is not correct the answer. So I think that is not command in enter.
Mhm. There are other arguments they say, like say in our brain, we have these neurons and the synapses.
Yes.
So it is a kind of neural network. So the computers also are now developing, which is more or like say the initial period of neural networks, and which is already doing the artificial intelligence. But people say that once you have a neural network as complicated as human brain, well, it can do some of the things which even the creating things can be done. I says, see, the way we think is that how our brain thinks is it's related to the neurons and the synapses. The firing of the synapses, the ideas they get mixed and you get many things.
Yes.
Uh, so right now it is the initial stage for the computers, where our brain is really still equivalent to more than 10 to 100 computers or even more than that.
Yes.
But someday will come when it might be This neural network can be very developed. So, but I'm afraid someday, let us say you make a robot and he thinks that let me kill a human
But
being.
but sir, life comes
It's
from
not
life.
impossible.
Yes, but sir, life comes from life, not for AI, sir.
Uh, yeah, very difficult question. What life is. On some other Saturday, we'll debate what life is.
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, Aryan say something about the Europa. Aryan, you want to say something about the Europa?
Yeah, Aryan, why don't you say something about Europa?
Yes, sir.
You want to say something about Europa?
Yes, sir. Europa is a moon of Jupiter.
Right,
It has water twice as much as the oceans of the earth.
right. What you're saying is there is a possibility that life could be there. Yeah, you're correct. So that's what people are trying to figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There, and there are other moons too that could have water.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. No, in fact, the exoplanets also they are some of them are claiming that there could be water in the exoplanets. By exoplanets, we mean the planets which are outside the our solar system.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, since so many exoplanets have been discovered, so but some people are saying that they are claiming that water is there. So some more studies will be there, and we will know about it.
So what about Titan, Saturn's moon Titan? It has methane and ethane lakes. So is it possible that we can find a new kind of life there? Because it has the same water cycle as on Earth, but the water is replaced by methane and ethane. Ethane lakes, methane rains. So
Right,
is it
right,
possible to have a
exactly.
different kind of life?
Yeah, yeah. People have also discussed this. Titan is also one of the candidates. Is one of the candidates for life. You see, life, when we think of human beings which came from something. Uh, but life could be go in a different direction. Means it will have a life. By life, we mean two things. What do we mean by life actually? We mean two things only. One is the metabolism. That means any organism that has metabolism and any organism that has got reproducing power. These two things have to, that is what we call life. So non-living things and living things are differentiated in this manner. These two property is a must. So, but this could originate in a very different way. On Earth itself, the first part of the life, first, no, not first, I mean, was nitrogen based. Now it is oxygen based, you see. So, because that time the nitrogen was there more in the atmosphere, and so it was nitrogen based. But it switched over to oxygen as soon as oxygen was available on the Earth. So, it could happen in different ways also in the other planets. And as just now Mrityunjay said it, no, that I mean, Titan is also one of the candidates.
Sir, recently there is a development on nanobots. That is when a biological bot is created, with the help of an AI. That AI help to make the protein chain for the creation of those bots. So those bots can replicate, and those bots can be programmed by human beings to perform a specific task. So can we call that a life? Because they are programmed, and also, but they can metabolize and they can also replicate.
No,
They are biological.
no, you mean to say it has no, where did you read does it have both the properties, metabolism and reproduction?
Yeah,
No, I haven't
because
read it. I don't know. Can you tell us more details about it?
as far as I know, those bots, the protein sequence for those bots were developed by an AI. So that the protein sequence was created, and those cells were made, and those cells, they get a nutrition from the specialized in vitro nutrients that science and the researchers give them, and they feed on those and they replicate by themselves, like they replicate like cells, and they can be programmed by humans to perform specific tasks like kill cancer or kill harmful bacteria, harmful viruses in the body, or anything else. So like they are programmed, but the thing is now it's very recent development, like only it's that 1 month old news. Since scientists have also said that assured that humanity that this is only confined to lab, it is not being released to public because it may cause havoc.
But Teja, I haven't read it till date. So if you can give me the reference, can you post it in the that our group which is there in WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the people write things or claim things. In science, everything has to be, any scientific thing has to be reproduced elsewhere. Suppose I claim something, and so my paper has to be reviewed by peers. Then it has to be accepted by many labs. The other people will also try to reproduce the whole thing, and then only it is accepted. So I'm not sure about what you are saying. So they could have claimed it, but if you know what is the reference paper, could you just post it? I will just read it. The only thing which I know that people have created lifelike things, but they don't start from the scratch. It is already part of some part of this cell which they take, and with that they produce it, but not from the scratch that you can create something. I'll be interested to read that paper if you know about it. In science, anybody who claims doesn't become the truth. It has to be experimented by people elsewhere. People have to find truth in it. Then only it is accepted. So if you have read it somewhere, why don't you post it? I will just have a look at it. Sharadji, namaskar.
नमस्कार
Good morning.
नमस्कार जय शिव शंभो.
Namaste, sir.
हेलो एवरीवन. पंकज जी, मृत्युंजय जी, ब्रेंडा, आर्यन, नवीन,
Hello.
अमरनाथ जी और सभी को
नमस्कार सर.
Hmm.
Hello, sir.
मैं सुबह 5:30 बजे से एक्चुअली आई वाज इन डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ मीटिंग्स, so that's why now it must be nearing the end, but Pankaj ji told, so I just showed my face to get the certification. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
It's always good,
Yes.
even if you are here for a few minutes. It's always good.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So it seems you have been discussing on various scientific factors. I am primarily working now on artificial intelligence and robotics and inductive charging of vehicles, wireless charging of vehicles, so that we don't have to do electric charging, because there are so many big buildings everywhere in the world that if you just put 2 or 3 electric points, there will be a fight between the residents of a 29 or 40-storied building. So we are presently working on that. Yesterday also I had a meeting on different factors. Then we have developed something which can at least take hold of the cattle. There are cattle everywhere going here and there. So which cattle is which, and getting them back in the barn, or the sheeps. Every sheep looks the same. So again, there are tracking systems which comes in the mobile app, and whether all the ships are there or 2 or 3 are outside. So that has been sold to Johannesburg, and we are working to think about selling it in Switzerland. So different things are happening.
Sorry, Saratji, I didn't understand that electric charging point. What is the problem there?
Now the thing is that when you have to charge a electric vehicle, you have to use a plug and socket to charge it.
Right.
But we are working on inductive charging. Inductive charging means wireless charging. So
Yeah,
that
just like for the mobiles as you have it.
yes. So presently, one of my guys from IIT, so in Delhi, he is taking around vans. So one van can charge around say 20 cars. So day and night, sometimes he is in Noida, sometimes in Ghaziabad. But at the same time, he or Tesla and one more of my boys who has studied from MIT, he is working on inductive charging. So uh, once that comes up, it's as you told in experimentation stage. So once that comes up, then electric vehicle will be more widely accepted.
Yeah,
That's
I
why in the
think that.
middle, yeah.
Yes, that is in fact, in our colony also, people want to have a charging station because many people have acquired electric vehicles, but there is no charging station in the complex. So they have to go about a kilometer away to get it charged. So, I mean, yeah, I think this development would be very good for here also, I think.
Yeah, but the problem is that you see, like my boy in Delhi is doing, and he is doing so much business because he had around 20 vans. All night, the 20 vans are here and there because they are charging all night the vehicle, and then the vehicle whole day runs around Delhi. He will introduce in Calcutta also. And now that's why, like in your Unitech building also, there are around 20 apartments. Each apartment has around 10 to 20 flats, so many flats.
Right.
So if you have 3 charging points also, it can't charge 300, 400 or 500 flats, cars.
Yes.
So now the Saudi Arabia, Middle East or wherever petrol is there, they are also worried because once these things come up and the electric charging happens frequently, then people will not have much importance for petrol.
Yeah.
Yes. So they are also now dealing more in artificial intelligence, robotics, and changing their business to new areas.
But how much time does it take this wireless charging of the vehicle? How much time does it take?
It will take wireless charging. It's under experimental stage, but then also anything takes at least 2 hours, 1.5, 2 hours, depending on the capacity of the amount of volt you are using and the capacity of your battery. And one more of my colleagues, he's from IT and all that. I had a meeting with him yesterday. So his company is based in Pune. He has around 300 employees. So he has made something which he can fit below the car, he told. And that thing will help in uh, charging the car besides whatever it is charged while the car is running. So all those things are happening. That's why the Middle East or wherever petrol is more, they are a bit worried. Because once this comes into thing, then everywhere you will have electric vehicles or hydrogen cars and all that. So that petrol will not have much significance then.
Thank God we are going to have good days ahead.
And we are making water from air. We are having water from air. The patent right, this guy, I can send you the video he has done. So in Bangalore, so they are making water from air, and in Finland we are making electricity from sand. So many things are happening, and
Electricity from sand. That would be very interesting. We have
yeah,
plenty of
yeah.
sand.
You put in YouTube in Finland. I had met this director who is making sustainable development roads. See, he wanted work from me, so we had a meeting in this pub, Jolly Farmer. We just had a few drinks, and he told that in Finland they are making electricity from sand. So you put in YouTube in Finland electricity from sand, and they have big containers with sand, and then they explain in it how they are doing electricity, and then that one.
Oh, this is something very new. I haven't read it till date. Yeah, I'll go through it.
Yeah, and if you put in YouTube, Finland, how to make electricity from sand in Finland. Finland, you put, they are doing it there.
But this hydrogen one is a really a very good development which will take place in next 30 to 40 years.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it will happen much faster.
so
Yeah.
Mallikji, so
Yes.
if it is from the silicon, so from the silicon atomic structure, can you imagine some kind of fusion or fission happening? I mean, if they are
No,
getting
no, no, no,
electricity,
no, not at
probably
all, not
something
at
like
all.
that.
Yeah, no, not at all. In fact, some 15, 20 years back, there was a big hallagula about whole world. Cold fusion. They called
Ah,
it that cold fusion means atoms are getting fusion and producing energy and things like that. But that was all bakwas, finally.
hmm.
So it's till date there are no ways to do it.
And then the vacuum traveling is happening. Na? You will reach from London to New York in 1 to 2 hours.
You mean to
Vacuum,
say
vacuum
that
traveling.
that you're saying transforming yourself and then traveling?
No, 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 no. You put, there is a new thing which are developing that you traveling in vacuum. So you can travel from London to New York in maximum 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, but
3 hours.
Hyperloop.
how, in what way?
I will tell you, I have read the technicality. They are developing it. If you put in YouTube, it will show traveling in vacuum. And they will tell, I had read the article. And that is not something big. It is going to happen.
Yeah, looks interesting to me. I would like to read it
Yeah.
actually.
Many things are.
No, no, traveling, no, vacuum itself doesn't give any advantage in traveling. So, I mean, there has to be a vehicle which takes you from London
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Delhi.
Yeah, vehicle will take. But only thing is that the technicality will be such that I read about it immediately. I cannot explain to you the technicality, but it was very interesting. I had read it, and they are seriously developing it. Mritunjay has become very excited. He wants to ask something.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, in that vacuum, in that thing you told, it's hyperloop, right? It's called hyperloop.
Yes, 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 and
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
that's what
Isn't
it
it
is.
that is Elon Musk is developing this, something like that? Elon
We
Musk.
No,
shall have to see
it's
in Google because I had read it.
Virgin
Yeah, Virgin
and also
something.
some other companies as well. Yeah. So like Virgin such a in India as well. It's planning to
Virgin's
develop
Hyperloop. Yeah, yeah.
Ahmedabad to
First passenger
Mumbai.
travel.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's also
So,
coming
what
to
is,
India as well.
oh no, what is the principle of that, Mritunjay?
Uh, s- uh, that's my question. Is it using magnetic levitation and plus the air vacuum to travel at high speeds?
Yeah, so it is telling that it will travel at 760 miles per hour in vacuum. And there is this article of CNN which is in front of me. So again, Elon Musk is doing it, and along with Tesla and SpaceX. And we shall have to. I shall. This low pressure then allows a capsule full of people to travel from point to point at very high speed, just like how an airplane can travel at high altitudes with very little energy. So yes.
And
Yeah, I
I think
see.
probably it is expanding the idea of that it's the air, which gives a lot of resistance and a lot of energy is wasted in that. So if there is a vehicle which goes in the vacuum, no, there is no air resistance and it can travel. So it has to go be in a tube actually. Basically, it is a
Yeah,
tube
yeah.
travel.
So
Yeah,
electromagnetic waves can travel not only through air and solid materials, but also through the vacuum of space. So yes.
always, always. But this will be just in a tube. You have created a vacuum, and then there is a vehicle So since the air resistance is not there, so it will travel very fast.
Yes, maybe from
Elon
one
Musk,
port to another port.
yeah, Elon Musk said once that he wanted to travel, he wanted to make a tube which will connect the Earth and the Moon, and people will travel there.
Yeah, that will surely not that should happen, I think. And we see in Star Wars and all that it is happening. And when we understand the structure of the DNA, then teleporting also via radio waves, it won't be so hard. But at least let us see this teleporting thing if it can happen.
So Elon Musk, what is that? He is working on what, Hyperloop, as well as something he calls, uh, yeah, it's basically a train in the tube, right?
Yeah, what Chaturanan ji told that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that on the YouTube. There is a bunch of his presentation. Hyperloop concept could become the fastest way to travel.
Mrityunjay ji wants to add something.
Yes, about the teleportation. A few days ago, I attended a workshop at IISc. They were showing about the quantum teleportation part. So they were like they were telling us that the teleportation technique has been achieved, but only for a single atom, not for like the bunch of atoms. So it's still very far away to think of that you can transport humans to another part. But still, it can be done, but it's not that near. Also, we also saw the circuit. We also saw the machine that is used for teleportation. It's still a very big machine to transport only one atom. So we still need a lot of research for the transportation teleportation process to occur.
But with time, things will change, and the technology. The more we study about biomedical science and artificial intelligence and all that stuff, and the more we understand the history of the space, then we first have to understand the history of the water. Our oceans and oceanography and all that itself has so much mystery still that there must be ways. We just have to harness it.
Yes, sir. And also quantum mechanics.
That's why, like, I have identical twin daughters. One of my daughters will be going into medicine. I have told her to become a surgeon and all that. And the other daughter will be going into aerospace, aeronautical engineering, because I told her the future is aerospace. So one is trying for Oxford, the other is trying for Cambridge. Although each of them has only 4 to 5 seats in those subjects in the colleges, but fine, you don't have to run away. Means you have to try and see if you get inside, and then Imperial and all that. So because future is aerospace.
So I shared with all of you one screenshot of Elon Musk. Yeah, 700 miles per hour. He's thinking he could take this train.
Yeah, this is that tube thing.
Yeah.
Tube with vacuum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
interesting.
That could be feasible in the, so in fact you'll be surprised, all of you, that there was once a theory, and still is a theory, still not, there is not much. So people said that if you enter a black hole, you just land up in another universe.
Yes.
but it's a theory. Please don't go by it, because it is yet to be
Question is,
proved that
how
such a
do,
thing
how do you
happened.
survive? How do you survive in the black hole?
You won't survive, because the way.
No, there must be a mystery. But I think, that black hole is itself a whirlpool of mystery. That how to explore the black hole means, again, we are thinking of mining the asteroids and planetoids, because asteroids and planetoids has so many minerals. But again, that has to be legally allowed. So,
Yeah. Black hole mystery will gradually it's coming out. I mean, people are understanding now. See, there was our Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking used to give. It seems he used to bet with everyone, whomsoever he met. He used to bet with him that if you prove that you can see black hole, I will give you £100. Till death, he kept on, but he could never give to £100 to anyone because nobody could prove it. And once he has died, we could see it. Unfortunately, there was Stephen Hawking had already died, but you see, we could see now the black hole.
Yes. It's
So, so black hole is a very mysterious thing simply because we don't understand space time very well.
many histories are repeating itself. That is the. If you see in Egypt, there is half goat, half man, or a half monkey. So if one does cloning of a human being with an animal, what we see X-Men and all that, those things can happen. Just that those things don't come in the picture, but things are happening in places. So similarly, that's a different subject altogether. But things have happened in history which we study in scriptures and Egyptian history and Inca's history. It's just that we are repeating itself in a different way.
Saratji is quite hopeful about marvelous advances.
He wants to pull all the resources from other planet to planet Earth, all the minerals.
What to 195 countries is feeling so small when you talk to people. When I talked in Satnam Singh in Taiwan, then in Iceland I talked to this Mrs. Ganguly. Then you see that in Hawaii also everywhere there is, in Moscow you see Brenda is sitting here, and in Moscow also I have few friends. So there is a scientist in Moscow University. You see that, my God, now 195 countries is seeming small. Antarctica also there is a scientist. Then you start thinking that where to go from here. Then you have to think outside of Earth. What will you do? Uh, I was talking to a veterinary doctor in Mauritius. Everywhere, when I meet in meetings over here, a person of Maldives, I see that the person is a human being. So every place there are people. So then one gets bored and think that where to go from now here. So then you have to look outside Earth, and Earth starts seeming small. Some
Yeah,
people now went below to look at the Titanic, although they could have done a bit more research. It couldn't take the pressure and blasted. But yes,
I think last week was one of the hottest day. Did you guys pay attention to that in the whole world? Last week, I think I saw on CNN here in US. They were saying that this has broken all previous records.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that though climate change will bring all these things forward.
Yeah, so that's a bad sign that if the temperature keep rising, then this planet may not be livable after few generations.
Hmm.
Actually, Amarnath, India should be more worried because even if there is a change of, zero point 0.2, zero point 0.3 degrees centigrade, what happens is that since all the monsoon which comes is the water which comes from the ocean. Now, ocean pumps in more water in the air, and that air comes over India, and we call it monsoon, and it rains. So all the monsoon rains in India is going to become more fierce as the temperature rises. And that rise is only 0.1, zero point 0.2 degrees centigrade.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
more moisture. Yeah,
yeah, just
everything
because the
will.
more moisture will be there in the air, and that air will come on this monsoon rain, and you'll have more fierce monsoon rain. I'm really worried about Darbhanga actually. It will see more flooding, and even though it is far away from the sea, there will be more flooding of the
Yeah.
Darbhanga region.
Well, I mean,
And of
there
course,
could
all
be.
over India. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
Brenda become a monkey or a tiger because the Chapultepec Zoo celebrated 100 years anniversary and people were wearing all kinds of animal dresses to celebrate the 100 years of that Chapultepec Zoo.
yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I never go to Chapultepec Zoo.
Oh, you have never gone, okay.
Yes.
They celebrated 100 years of anniversary of that zoo recently,
Oh.
wearing all kinds of animal dresses. But anyway, at least one thing is that the people have respect. Over here, sometimes when I am driving, I have to be very careful because suddenly a deer or something crosses in front of the car. And it's so beautiful, but if you are driving fast and something, suddenly a deer jumps in front of you. So,
I had one time that accident with deer
okay.
in front. It came in front of my car, and yeah,
So did you have a dent in the car?
of course, yeah, I had to take it to the shop for a few days, and
And
deer died right on the spot. And
oh,
he,
Oh,
in this country, if when things like that happen, you cannot take deer home. Like in India, you could easily take animals and have a meat for. No, you cannot do that thing in this country. So only
oh
police.
no, no. Amarnath ji, in India also you cannot do it. It's only in
Yeah,
Nepal that you can do it.
yeah.
I'm told people in Nepal, they kill deer for meat and all that, but in India it's a crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a
Yeah,
very
but
serious crime, that is that actor, that hero, Salman Khan is still suffering from. You see.
yeah, but
जोधपुर लोकेशन सर एक्चुअली
yeah,
यहाँ पे
yeah,
ही गॉड मानते हैं
deer.
जिसमें समाज सर उनको ना
Yeah,
Hmm.
a deer accident is very common because it seems that deer doesn't have that kind of memory, doesn't remember that. Uh, even if they have walked like 20 times, so deer crossings here, all the deer crossing, you have a sign that watch deer crossing. So especially when I think in early spring and late fall, when I mean that is when you see most of the accident happening, because they are trying to migrate from one place to another for food and all that when they don't have enough supply, and then this happens.
actually, the thing is that what happened to Salman Khan, the Bishnoi tribe of Jodhpur. So they worship the black buck deer as the reincarnation of their Bhagwan Jambeshwar, Guru Jambeshwar.
Oh.
So since he killed the black buck, although he's denying, so they are very furious because they worship that deer as the reincarnation of Guru Jambeshwar. So the Bishnoi tribe of Jodhpur. So that's why they had filed a case, and still it is going on. The thing is that denying and whatever means you pay money and see the fun. That is the thing. What can you do?
But there is a threat to his life also. So there is some group, no, someone. Yeah, I think Saradji is correct. That is Bishnoi. That Bishnoi, he has given a threat to that Salman Khan.
Yeah, because if you are worshipping something as a reincarnation, then you have that feeling from inside. So,
Mm.
but then you need to have proof and all that. But then at the end of the day, uh, what can you do? Means in the sense that's why what Amarnathji told that some people in Africa and all that still some of the animals they worship in Hindu religion.
Yeah,
Many
even we worship animals right now,
right?
right? Narsingha avatar and plus all these Bander especially. Yes. I see even now in Ayodhya, I heard that people feed bander. There is a bunch of videos.
Yeah, and in Christianity also, like Jesus Christ went on a donkey and the animals were around him. So I am also vice chair of sustainability development now. So they are very much concerned about trees and animals. They respect. There is a separate donkey farm, and they also respect animals very much.
So Bhuvanji, last year when I went, I heard a story about Jitwarpur, Bandar. Um, one of my friend from Jitwarpur village, who is not far away from us, it's near Belahi, like west of our village. He came to visit me, and he was telling me that on the road, it seems that his gaon has a lot of these monkeys, bandars. So
Oh,
accidentally, that road, when we cross the Lehriyaganj, come on this side, it bifurcates the road, and one goes through
yes,
Jitwarpur and other goes through our village. So
right.
that on that road, in his village, pretty much, I mean, somebody killed a banner, a monkey, accidentally or whatever it was. So the next day, monkeys did a strike. They all of them came on the road, all the monkeys, and the traffic jam was there. So that traffic jam was for very long time. Then people they did the fruits and arti, and then everybody did the hat jorna, Mafi Mangna. They all did that. Then finally, those bandar, they allowed the traffic to go. I mean, this is last year incident. He was telling me.
No, no. Nowadays, to India also, you will see in Ghaziabad, the Dhyan Foundation is there. The owner respects me a lot. So the Dhyan Foundation, if any monkey, a car hits or anything, or if the leg gets fractured and all that, you call Dhyan Foundation, immediately a person comes. So he worshipped is as Hanumanji and all that. And if they can just look after the monkey and repair the fractured leg and all that, they look after it and take it.
Yeah.
But there are so many monkeys. If you go near the Parliament also, Parliament Street or anywhere, it's full of monkeys. So sometimes accidents happen. What can you do? In Jagannath temple also, you leave something, your prasad or whatever, immediately a monkey will take.
Right.
Yeah, somehow it seems that monkey's favorite place is all the mandirs.
Monkey and cobra snake. Cobra snake also you will find they won't bite you. They go here and there. If unless until you step on it. But